And we'll see how long I can do this because I had to use a different chair today because Ryu has a lower back problem and his lower back decided to act up today. So we'll see. When it actually has lumbar support because of that. So I'm going to be leaning back a lot more, and it's probably going to sound a little tinnier than usual because I'm going to be farther away from my microphone. Aside from Tangela, I don't believe that there is a mono grass type in the game. They're all dual typed. Then again, we're really wanting to say that because we never really had a mono flying type Pokemon until 4 generations later. Well, 2 generations from this game, but you get what I mean. And as far as I know, everything's running smoothly. I've been testing this capture card of mine off camera, and things have actually been working pretty well. Of course I get poisoned. So once we get to Lavender Town, that's when I'm going to start actively avoiding trainers. Poisoning prior to Gen 5. And 4 for that matter. This was back when they still fainted. I'm sure my chair doesn't move. Yes, I have a backup chair in case my back decides to give me an issue. Actually, come to think of it, I said I'm actually going to fill this out. It really serves no purpose. I'm just doing this for my own reasons. That's not a bad move. Ah, yes, a move that no longer exists as of Sword and Shield. Shame. Really is. Why, thank you for noticing. Okay, now... I don't think I can get that just yet. 9. Okay, then. Eh. Mid. Very mid. And that is why Charmander's actually not the worst choice anymore. Because it can actually do something to Brock. Ten? And if anyone ever wondered why, one of the reasons why the Psychic type was so OP, they were weak to 2 types, and Beedrill was one of the few Pokemon that could actually learn a Bug type move. Downside, it's kind of a Poison type, therefore it's weak to Psychic. Whoops. Okay, I think it's rough terrain. No. It's probably I almost say Gasland. Oh my word. Grassland Pokemon. Just need to confirm real quick. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, can't find that until much later. Yeah, still, if I find anything interesting, might as well catch it for the data. And rat. Never mind. Like that rock there, get a hit in ether. Spirit arrow, okay. No new Pokemon in this area, really. Therefore, let's move along. And one of the downfalls here, and here, you'll see one of the downfalls of Twitch Plays Pokemon. Shouldn't Geodude have Levitate? Just a thought. Blastoise is one of the best rapid spinners in the game. But because we're not really dealing with competitive strategies in a playthrough, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I need to get a fire type pretty soon. We'll get there. Mud Slap? Really? After you learn Magnitude and Dig, you learn Mud Slap. I'm sorry, but you should have learned Mud Slap far earlier if this is the case. Just, what? First time we're seeing a Venonat, I think. Alright. Sure. Use a Psychic type move on one of the highest special defenses of Psychic type Pokemon in this game. Great idea. Oh yes. One thing that this game likes to do is disguise trainers as NPCs. Because this guy was just wandering around like a normal NPC would. This was when they started doing that. And they kept it from Gen 4 onwards. I like that now though, as if Scarlet and Violet, you can just talk to the trainers now. Even if you walk into the line of sight, they'll ignore you unless you go and talk to them. So no more of the, you walked in front of me, let's battle! Situations. Less more of that, essentially. Okay. Couldn't remember if there was anything down there. Now, if I remember correctly, unless I'm getting mixed up with the Let's Go games again, I think there's a Pokemon I want to catch here to bank for later. No, not him. Also, anyone remember the jokes where if you keep fleeing from a Pokemon, you end up running into the same one over and over again? So it's supposed to be a random chance every single time, but one time I was going through the Seafoam Islands, and I kept getting pestered by the same seal over and over again. Same level, same gender, same moves. And because it was Gen 1, of course there was no IV spreads or nature, so it didn't really matter. Don't think it's in this round. I think I'm getting mixed up with the Let's Go encounters. Okay, couldn't remember if there's a berry spot there or not. Been a long time since I've played Fire Red, Leaf Green. Seriously? You lost to Misty with a Pikachu? And a surprisingly halfway decent Pokemon that wastes its turn using a move that's only good in a double battle. Okay, now I can see why you lost your gym battle so easily. That No Feet seems very angry today. Cherryberry cures paralysis. Personberry heals confusion. Alright. Now, for, in my opinion, the longest stretch in the game. Rock Tunnel. Now, Gen 3 onwards, it's not too difficult to make it through here without knowing Flash. I just do it for convenience reasons. It's a lot harder in the earlier gens, though. Why is Gloom becoming my HM user? Okay. There is one Pokemon I wouldn't mind catching through here, but once I do, I'm just going to keep repels up because there's really no point in getting pestered over and over again. And that's not it because I've already caught one. Thanks for the extra one. Nope. No Geodude. Ironically, the War Turtle is the one thing that can deal with this, because it has Bite. Which, for those who don't know, as of Gen 2, is a Dark-type move. In Gen 1, it was a move, but it was just a physical, normal move. That's all it did. Had the same effects, though. I think it was still base 60 power with the chance of flinching. About what you expect to run into in a cave in Pokemon. You know, it must be nice to have that kind of talent. No, seriously, it must be. I can't draw to save my life. It's a wonder I even passed art class back in elementary school. I bet if I actually cared enough and kept at it, I could get good, but... There are 2 new Pokemon that appear in this cave, and I've yet to run into either one of them. But yes, the reason why we had the mono audio for a while was because the GameCube was made in the era, as well as the Game Boy Advance, was made in the era back before, you know, stereo sound became a mandatory thing with video games. Ah. Okay, I realize there aren't that many Pokemon to go through with Gen 1. But it feels illegal for other trainers to have starters. But I guess these could be the many trainers that started before you did. Hey! About time. Ah yes, the ever-original design where 2 more Diglett appear. Ew, no, Sand Tomb's actually not that good of a move. So essentially, it is Fire Spin, but it's ground type. What that means is it also has the same amount of accuracy. So it's very inaccurate and very unreliable. So I would never recommend that. Again, Dugtrio just, its learn set doesn't work. Yes, I'm aware of it. Many people in real life around me like to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. There really isn't. To each their own, and I wouldn't mind dressing up as a Pokemon for Halloween. Or going to a convention or something like that. So while I'm battling this Cubone here, there's something that's very interesting that needs to be brought up. So, Pokemaniacs. All of their Pokemon are based on Pokemon that are within the Monster Egg group. Yes, did you know that Pokemon have egg groups? This means that, one such thing that likes to happen is, for example, I believe, now don't hold me to this, but I believe you could technically breed an Arbok and a Dragonite, because I think they fall into the same dragon category, I can't remember. But I just find it weird that that happens. And then, of course, the most classic example is being able to breed Skitty with Wailord. In other words, the biggest Pokemon breeding with one of the smallest. Yeah, let that sink in. Can't believe I haven't found one of the two Pokemon I'm looking for. Hit me with your best shot. Ah, Seismic Toss, the Chansey Blissey Classic. You use a fighting type move that does not check resistances or weaknesses, but it does check immunities now. So if you try using it against a ghost type, it does nothing. But it does set damage based on your Pokemon's level. And since most battles are determined either level 50 or 100, this is where Chansey and Blissey become dangerous. Fired away! Wait, I thought you evolved much later. No complaints. Nope, that's not it either. But it's good to know you can catch your Makey in here. I never knew that, actually. Of course, then again, I normally just tear through here with repels because I get so annoyed by the wild encounters. Then again, who doesn't? It's a cave. But what if I told you that compared to some other games, the encounter rate is very tame in this game? Why do I say that? Have you ever tried going through a cave without repels in one of the DS games? After you try that, then talk to me about pain. Because the encounter rate in the DS era was increased. Not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, I'm probably going to hear a bunch of, like, squeaking in the background. That's because in order to deal with this lower back pain, I gotta stretch every now and then. Ooh. There we go. Part of what fixes is when sometimes my back needs to crack. There it goes. Oh. Okay, so I was not expecting Baguska or No Feet to evolve this quickly. I thought they evolved like a little later on, like 32 or something like that. But, yeah, no complaints. Now Baguska went from not quite one-shotting Pokemon it's good against to one-shotting them. Though I won. Don't you mean I missed? Oh, this reminds me. Has anyone ever seen the randomized map races? Oh, the amounts of confusion in that. So how that works is, from the starting town onwards, every single building or location you go into, if there is a loading screen, you'll end up somewhere randomly in the map that exists within the world. So, for example, if I went down that ladder to the lower level of Rock Tunnel, I could end at the end of Victory Road, for example. But I've seen some crazier things though, like they randomly went in and then ended up in Naval Rock, right in front of Ho-Oh or Lugia. Which, if people don't remember, were special events for these games. Which, unfortunately, the Americas never got. I believe the only event that we got from Gen 3 was the Mew event in Emerald. That's it. Or I just wasn't aware of most of them because I lived in an area where while we had a Toys R Us near us, my folks would refuse to drive me out there just to do that. Isn't it so much easier when you have your own car, but then you have to work every day, so you have no time for yourself anymore to do anything like that? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think this might be the location where Pokemon I'm looking for starts appearing. I'm not going to use it, but I need it for the data because this is the earliest place you can get it. It might be down a different level. In that case, I'm going to use another one just to alleviate some of the annoyance. Bend twigs, carry like non-toxic paint, or chalk with you, mark your path. It really isn't that difficult if you think about it. Yeah, see? Baguska does so much more damage now since it evolved. Since she evolved. Which, if you know the lore behind Hypno, it's very disturbing. Well, yeah, no feet can at least scratch it. Scratch it, but its high damaging moves don't do anything. Doug Trio. One of the best revenge killers in the series, to the point where now it has Retaliate as one of its learned moves. Which, Retaliate, aside from looking cool and having a cool name, is actually a very interesting move to have, especially with a sweeper like Doug Trio, because you do more damage if the Pokemon before it fainted. I can teach Rock Slide infinitely in a different game. So I'm thinking I might give it to No Feet. Because I don't think any of the other Pokemon I'm thinking of getting can learn it. Sort of. That, and we've needed something for flying types for quite a while now. And screw Sand Attack because I don't like that using that method. Hiker Dudley, huh? I have one thing to say to you. Get the tables. Okay. Yeah, no feeds is going to fall behind greatly here because doesn't really have a lot of advantages over most of the Pokemon going through here. Nice crit. First you get a crit, then you flinch. What kind of luck is that? And then another crit. What? What's going on with you now? Thought I was going to have a little more trouble getting through here. This has been a breeze so far. I guess evolving actually has a lot to do with that, but still. Now, unfortunately, the whole dodging trainers escapade going on, there are some trainers I'm going to have to fight. I don't have a choice with some of them. You're wasting my time here. We're not in a double battle. Why you gotta be like that? critical hit as well. Oh, that's just rude. Get out of there, no feet. That Bellsprout will destroy ya. Alright, well, I guess we're going to make it through the cave without running into either one of them. If we make it out of the cave without encountering either one, I'll say what they are. Alright, if you say so. Alright. Alright, well, it seems like we're not going to find them. The Pokemon I was looking for. They're lower encounters, but you can find them here. They are Machop and Onyx. Found neither one, so we're moving on. Yeah, I stuffed all of Rocktown into one video. I'm sorry that it took so long. So until next time, Ryo Nakage 33 signing off.